Hello, everyone. It is 6 p.m. So I'm going to get started. So thank you for joining me for the Essential Oils for Hormonal Health webinar. I'm really excited to present this one because it's something that I hear all the time about hormones and hormonal health and hormonal balance. And I really want to cover how we can support our hormonal health naturally with essential oils. So I'm Bianca. I'm a professionally trained chef. I'm a certified holistic nutritionist. I'm an essential oil educator for doTERRA. I'm a speaker. I love to talk. And I'm founder of the Vitality Kitchen. And the Vitality Kitchen has been a lot of things. In one iteration, it was a storefront where we did healthy prepared meals. I catered out of there. I also taught out of there. And now the Vitality Kitchen is more of an online business where I share and coach and help people rise and ascend to their healthiest and highest selves through nutrition and wellness, and really just being in support of people on their path to wellness. So today we're going to talk about hormones and why they matter and how we can have abundant hormonal health and do it naturally. So hormones matter because they affect everything from our mood to our weight to our energy levels. I mean, if our hormones are off kilter, we are generally off kilter. And that's the thing. If you feel like something is off and you've sort of tried to address it in other ways, you could be missing the essential piece that is often overlooked, which is it could be your hormones. And so hormonal health isn't just about our hormonal governance of like our ovaries and getting a period and ovulation and all of that. Hormonal balance also makes up glowing skin. It helps keep our weight stable, keep our mood upbeat, our energy high, and also connects us to our creativity and our ambition. And so it's really important to work with our hormones rather than against them if you want to have a life that feels abundantly vital, it feels effortless, and you feel like you have energy and you're thriving. You're not just like living and existing, but you're thriving in life. And I said this in the webinar on Saturday about digestive health, and I will repeat it. It is so important that you look at holistic health as just that, a holistic thing. It's every system has to be in balance for another system to be in balance. So if your digestion is off, your hormones will be thrown off. If your hormones are thrown off, your digestion will be thrown off, and so forth. So when we talk about holistic health, it really is about looking at everything and making sure that everything is in balance. Hormones require fat to survive. And without the proper dietary fat, our body just simply does not have the building blocks necessary to keep our hormones stable, which makes us vulnerable to hormonal symptoms. So you want to say yes to the yolks. You want to have, full fat milk if you drink milk. And this is the thing. A lot of people, when they endeavor to lose weight, they think that they need to cut fat out of their diet. And it's not fat that makes you fat, just so you know. It's generally a combination of sugar. If you drink alcohol, it could be hormonal problems. But if you are taking fat away out of your diet and going on a low-fat diet, then you're sort of doing something that's going to be counterproductive to balanced hormones and effortless weight management. And so daily habits have to support our hormonal health. And I know, it's quite popular now that people do juice cleanses and super crazy detoxes, but these are actually doing more damage than good generally because they set off an internal stress response because our body's like, oh my God, I'm starving. And this can signal to your body to store more fat and throw your hormones out of whack. And the thing with extreme detoxes and juice cleansing is that fiber is our friend when it comes to hormones because hormones in excess come out in our waste. Again, I talked about this in the digestive health webinar I did on Saturday. And if you join the Ultimate Vitality Facebook group, the recording is in there. So if you want to go back and watch that, you can find it in there. But you just want to make sure that when you're thinking about how to support your hormones, fiber is really good. So doing a juice cleanse or something that eliminates fiber is not a good idea when it comes to your hormones. And again, when your digestion is off, the body can't absorb nutrients optimally, and it's not able to eliminate toxins and hormones efficiently. So again, this makes our system ripe for hormonal imbalance. So we want to make sure that we've got our digestion on point, because that's going to make our hormones be on point. So why essential oils? Why do I believe that essential oils are a part of the wellness equation when it comes to happy hormones? And they are a natural method of healing. So they're different from over-the-counter synthetic drugs, which don't really fix the problem. They just mask the symptoms. And when you take pharmaceutical drugs, you disable the body from being able to heal itself effectively when it comes to digestion, when it comes to hormones. Pharmaceuticals kill digestive flora, which is good for hormonal health, because digestive flora, good for digestive health, good for hormonal health. And so you might be taking pharmaceuticals to help with your hormone balance, but it could be actually having a counterproductive effect. Because again, if you're taking pharmaceuticals, they're masking the symptoms, but they could be creating more problems, which creates more symptoms, and then you just get into a big rigmarole. And I do want to preface this whole conversation by saying that I am by no means suggesting that you go into your medicine cabinet and get rid of all the pharmaceuticals that you're taking. I'm not a doctor. I'm not your doctor. But what I am saying is that what we're going to talk about today is ways that you can support your system and perhaps identify the root cause and work toward healing the root cause, and using essential oils as a part of that plan, so that later down the line, maybe you'll be ready to give up your pharmaceuticals. But I am in no way, shape, or form saying that you should, go against what your doctor or your medical professional says. I am just here to educate you about ways to support your body. I had to get that out of the way. Essential oils have also been used for centuries to support wellness, and they do so by supporting the system. That word comes up a lot because you want to make sure that you're not weighing the system down with toxic substances that are just masking, not solving the problem. We're going to talk about toxicity in a few more slides. And I said this again, and I'll repeat it. Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes. Thank you, Taylor Swift. Pharmaceuticals are a Band-Aid. Essential oils get to the root of the problem. So you're fixing the problem so that you don't necessarily need the pharmaceuticals, or you don't necessarily need such strong and heavy-handed approaches to wellness. If we work with our bodies and we work at supporting our body will love us back. So why doTERRA? Why have I chosen to represent and partner with doTERRA? The purity that they have is incredible. Their oils are incredible. And I love that they created their own internal standard, the certified pure therapeutic grade, which is verified by third parties testing. And they also test their oils in 7 different ways to make sure that they're pure and safe for therapeutic use. And so you might be saying, well, they created this internal standard. What does that even mean? What I like about that is that they've said, look, this is an unregulated, wild, wild west industry at this point. What we're going to do is bring some standardizations so that we have something and a really high standard to hold ourselves to. I love that. I also love that they do third-party testing. So not only did they create a high standard, but then they outsource the testing to make sure that they're keeping honest and that they're being honest. And it shows true transparency, because a company that would use in-house testing is something that would concern me, because then they might be biased, and you would be inclined to be biased because you just want to say what you want to say. doTERRA isn't like that. So they do third-party testing. I love how they source their oils. So oils and food and anything really, when it's grown indigenously, it is more nutrient rich than if it is grown, say, in a greenhouse somewhere non-indigenously. And so that's why doTERRA carefully selects and sources their oils from where the oil grows in its prime. So you wouldn't drink wine from Grand Prairie or Saskatchewan, and similarly, you wouldn't want to get your lavender from there. You'd want to get your lavender from France. And so that is one of the reasons that I also love doTERRA. They smell amazing. Again, the smell test is a really good indicator of purity. If it smells clean, if it smells like what it's supposed to smell like, and it doesn't smell too florally or whatever the case is, if it smells clean. And that is a really good measure of purity if it's clean smelling. And then lastly, quality, not quantity. So I know that there are other oil companies out there and they have more variety of oils than doTERRA. And it can be disappointing when you go and you look at our product catalog and you say, well, I wanted this oil, but you don't have it. And the reason for this is that doTERRA will not compromise their quality for quantity. So if they can't source something ethically and sustainably, then they're just not going to carry that oil, because doTERRA is a really socially responsible company as well. And so again, if it can't be sourced ethically, it can't be sourced sustainably, then it's just not an oil that we are going to carry. But we do promise that the oils that we do have are of the highest standard. So that's why I chose doTERRA. So let's get into it. Let's talk about hormones and oils and really, the meat and potatoes of why you joined me tonight. So stress management. It's really important to get a hold of your stress for hormonal balance. So stress can negatively affect our health and our moods. So when we're in a state of stress, our body goes into a fight or flight mode and then responds by releasing hormones into our system. This is a good response when you really are trying to run or fight for your life. That's great. You want these hormones. But the problem is, in the world that we live in, where we're super stressed and we're running from here to there, our systems are consistently in fight or flight mode for prolonged periods of time. And so most of us require constant and conscious stress management so that we can manage our stress. And here's the thing. It's not about getting rid of stress. That's, I think, a really short-sighted thing to say to someone. Oh, well, you just need to get rid of your stress. It's like, yeah, okay, I'll work on that. What it is about stress management. So healthy stress management includes exercise, massage, meditation, relaxation exercise, recreational exercises, because you want to do things in your life that swing the balance back in your favor. Between work and life and commitments, stress is just a part of life in year 2016. So the onus becomes on us to then manage our stress effectively. So in addition to exercise, massage, meditation, relaxation, and recreation, here are some of the oils that I'm going to suggest for you to help with your hormones and your stress management. So basil oil. I love basil. It's one of my favorite herbs to cook with. But aromatically, it's known to reduce anxious feelings. It reduces tension when applied to the temples and the back of the neck. And it also may help to ease monthly feminine discomfort. And so basil oil, I will say this in full transparency, is a bit of an acquired taste. But if you are using it for the purpose of stress management, you don't need to taste it. You can just use it aromatically. You can diffuse it into the air with one of the diffusers that we carry with doTERRA. You can just smell it if you want. You can put it on your temples. You can put it on the back of your neck. The idea is that you want to really start to work at using these in conjunction with all of the other stress management tips I was talking about. Basil oil is also fantastic in food. When it's cooked with things, of course, you can really enhance the flavor. But in this case, aromatically is what I suggest, or rubbing it, in those areas, the temples and the back of the neck. So I've also included how you can take it. You can dilute 1 drop into 1 teaspoon of coconut oil and rub it directly on, I don't know why I wrote stomach, but you can rub it directly on your temples or the back of your neck. Like I said, you can dilute it in water and drink it, or you can put it in a diffuser and have it sort of fill the air with wonder. Next oil, lavender oil. So lavender oil is pretty well known for being a relaxing oil. It puts babies to sleep, puts me to sleep, helps take the edge off. I love lavender oil. So it's relaxing, it's calming, it can be taken internally to reduce anxious feelings. It also promotes restless sleep while easing feelings of tension. We're going to talk about sleep in a second, but you want to have things like lavender around because it just, like I said, takes the edge off. So if you have a really stressful job and, every day is sort of high octane, get a diffuser and diffuse lavender oil in your office, or have it, by you so you can just keep smelling it all day. Rub it on like right under your nose so you're consistently smelling it, because this is going to, again, work at helping you relax and taking the edge off your day. It's wonderful. I love lavender oil. It's probably one of my favorite oils to use. Has so many different uses. You can cook with it aromatically and also topically, and it's also a neat oil, so you can put it on the skin directly. So I love lavender. Relaxes you and gives you like the sleep of your life. So sleep. Let's talk about sleep. Sleep is really, really important. If you're not getting a good night's sleep, your hormones are going to be affected, and that's just fact. Sleep is vitally important to our hormone balance and maintaining a proper weight and helping with our blood sugar regulation. So sleep should be a high priority, not just for people who are trying to balance their hormones, but people who are just interested in maintaining optimal health. So signs of hormonal imbalance show up in our sleep patterns by like you're constantly waking up in the night. So you might fall asleep really easily, but you wake up a few hours later and you're like awake. This is usually a sign that there's some hormonal problems, because there's a lot of stuff that happens when we sleep. Our body recovers from exercise, digests everything that we learned and processed through the day. All the nutrients that we consume really go to work when we are sleeping. And so when we aren't sleeping and our hormones are all out of balance, it just creates sort of like a domino effect of things that aren't getting done within our system. And then this starts to weigh us down. So sleep is vitally important. I talked about lavender oil. That's one of the oils you definitely want to have. But here are some other ones. So Clary Sage. Clary Sage was new to me. I had never heard about it, but now it is honestly a part of my wellness routine. So it's known for its ability to help create a sense of harmony and balance. So the main component of Clary Sage is, let me say it right, linalool acetate, and it's part of the esters group. So it's one of the most relaxing, soothing, and balancing essential oils. So inhaling Clary Sage can help relax and create a sense of euphoria. Also, because these essential oils are 100% pure, they can penetrate the skin when used topically. So Clary Sage is really good if you get cramps like crazy. I don't get terrible cramps when I'm like exercising and eating right, but like after the holidays, my cycle after the holidays was a really bad one. And it was when I got onto Clary Sage and I was rubbing it on my uterus area. I was sniffing it, I was diffusing it, and honestly, it really helped. I love Clary Sage. We also have in the doTERRA catalog a roll-on as well. So it's pre-diluted with coconut oil, and you can rub it, you can have it with you at all times. I have all my oils with me pretty much everywhere I go, but it's nice that doTERRA thought of people and thought, let's make it easier for people. So they're pre-diluted roll-on. So if you want more information about that, of course, I will give it to you. The next is the Serenity Blend. So blends are really great because you get all the benefits of all the individual oils in the blend, and they can create a sense of like holistic calmness, really, because, one oil will help with this, one oil will help with that, and it all compounds and really gives you the result you want, which is to be relaxed and sleep and have hormone balance. So the Serenity Blend is an essential oil and a must-have blend because it helps calm you with peaceful feelings. So what's a peaceful feeling? Really it's just where you smell it and you just like, you release. And that's the point. Again, it's not about stress going away, but it's about finding ways to manage stress. So this is a really great blend to diffuse at bedtime. It can help calm a restless baby or a child. It help relax you at the end of the day. I always diffuse next to my bed at night. Lavender is my diffusion oil of choice for bedtime. I also rub it on the bottom of my feet, and I literally have the sleep of my life. But I know people who use the Serenity Blend and they love it because it gives them that same sleep of their life. So you can use 3 to 4 drops in the diffuser of your choice. We have some great ones with doTERRA. Topical, you can apply 1 to 2 drops on, the desired area. I would usually just rub it on like a my neck or somewhere where I could smell it. And you would dilute it with fractionated coconut oil or just regular coconut oil to minimize any skin sensitivity. So some oils are neat, which means you can put it right on the skin. They don't need to be diluted. This is not one of them. So when we talk about hormones, a lot of times what's not mentioned in the conversation is the toxic load and the cleansing of the body that is required consistently in order to remove heavy metals and toxic chemicals that weigh our system down. And this is the thing, for women especially, we take birth control. Some of us take metformin, Synthroid, all of these things to help, you know, with hormone symptoms. And what happens is this creates a really heavy toxic load on the body. And when our body is weighed down by toxicity, it has to work harder to remove these toxins from our body. And so when it's doing that, it pulls reserves away from the other systems that we're supposed to be doing, digestion, hormone balance. And so it's really important that we reduce our toxic load and cleanse. Like I said before, if you are on pharmaceutical medications that have been prescribed to you by a doctor, by no means am I saying that you should go and flush them down the toilet. What I am saying is that there are ways to reduce our toxic load and support our system so that we're working at targeting the problem at the core and not just masking the symptoms. So get the toxins out. So toxins are everywhere. They're inescapable, really. They're in pesticides, plastics, chemicals in our house, things we clean our house with. They're in the air that we breathe. They're in the water that we drink. They're everywhere. And many of these chemicals are in the products and utensils that we use on a daily basis. So these toxins are really, really hard on our detox pathways, our liver, our kidneys, our skin. And many of these products have hormone disruptors in them that mimic hormones produced by our bodies. And then they bind to these receptor sites and then block our natural hormones. And so I said this in the webinar I did on Saturday, and I will repeat it. If you have too much of hormones floating in your system, it's bad. If you don't have enough, it's bad. It really is about having balance. Balance, balance, balance is the key. And so all of these chemicals and products that we use and that create toxicity in our system and create excess hormones in our system, we have to switch them out and then detoxify our body so we can get those out so that we're not weighing our system down. Awareness is the first step. You have to really know in order to change. And so we can replace our toxic load, reduce our toxic load, by replacing toxic products with non-toxic ones. Cleaning products are a prime example. When you think of when you clean something and you spray, you know, you like spray it somewhere like Lysol or Windex, you inhale that. You inhale it directly. And that kind of stuff just gets in you and it's hard to get out. A lot of these things stick around in our fat cells. And so most commercial cleaning products are super toxic, but we can replace these with natural alternatives. And internally, we can reduce the consumption of toxic chemicals and we can support the detoxification process with our diet. Citrus oils are fantastic and super cleansing and can be used internally and externally for cleansing. For instance, lemon is fantastic. We're going to talk about lemon. Grapefruit is fantastic. But it's interesting because when you start to switch out these products and then you go and someone sprays like Windex, you notice, you're like, wow, that smells chemically. And so again, now that you know now that I'm telling you, I'm educating you on how you can make these switches, then you can go about doing that. So this endocrine oil blend, again, I love oil blends, helps support the body's natural ability to rid itself of unwanted substances. So it supports the healthy cleansing and filtering functions of the liver, the kidneys, the colons, the lungs, and the skin. It's fantastic used topically because, again, it helps to support the function of the skin. So I put a little bit of Zendocrine in my coconut oil cream in the morning, and I rub that on my body in the morning. It also helps cleanse the body of toxins and free radicals that can slow the system down. So taking a few drops into 4 fluid ounces of water and drinking it in the morning as well. It's fantastic because, again, Daily habits and small little daily changes create really big shifts in your life. And so taking a couple drops of Zendekum blend in the morning, rubbing it on your skin, you might have Clary Sage, you might be using Basil Oil. All of these are going to start to work together at supporting the system and staying primed and ready to do what it needs to do if there is an excess of hormones. Because I repeat, hormone balance, digestive health, all of these things are daily practices that you have to work at. And so, including these oils into your system and into your life is going to help support your body and keep it primed and ready, because there will be moments where you have more hormones than another. There will be times when you're stressed, when you're not eating really well, and the balance will be off. But if you are supporting your system with these oils, with healthy diet, with stress management, getting a good night's sleep, then your body is ready to deal when those times come. Lemon oil. So I love lemon oil. I love the smell of it. It's super invigorating, but it's also incredible at detoxifying the liver. I talked about this again I keep saying I talked about this in the webinar before, because like I said, it's holistic. So oils work and have a place in all of these different systems because it's a holistic thing. So resolving and keeping your liver healthy is going to help with your hormones, but it also helps with your digestion. You know what I mean? So one feeds the other. They feed one another. One system cannot coexist optimally if another system is off. So the liver is the most neglected digestive organ, I would have to say, but its role is super important. It digests everything that passes our lips, not just food, medications, booze, etc. Because when you think about digestion, and a lot of people think of your stomach, your large intestine, your small intestine, and that is just a place where we digest food. So anything that we consume, that is food. But the liver detoxifies medications, booze, things that we inhale that might get into our system, things that we drink. And so it has such a large job. So it's essential to support the liver. So lemon is purifying, it's cleansing. It's really good as a surface agent. It's a non-toxic cleaner that you can use throughout your home. It's a really great way to freshen the air cleanly without like the use of like Glade or I hope I don't get in trouble for saying that, but like really harsh and chemically like air fresheners, which are, if you want to talk about toxic load, that's where a lot of people get it, by burning candles and having those things in their home. Lemon oil taken internally also helps to naturally cleanse the body. And as a bonus, it promotes a positive mood. Like I said, it's really uplifting, really invigorating. It's a great oil to have around if you find that you get low energy. Plug in your diffuser, put it right next to you, put some lemon oil, some peppermint oil, and diffuse that. And, it fills the air with invigoration, which thus transfers to you. So non-toxic clean products. So I used to clean houses when I was in culinary school, and when I was in nutrition school, I used to clean houses, and I used to get headaches from the cleaning products that I was using. And it was even those ones that purport to be clean, green products, but they're not. It's just greenwashing, plain and simple. But this product is fantastic. It smells amazing. It has wild orange, clove, cinnamon, eucalyptus, rosemary, and it really does smell great, but it works. There's nothing worse than a green cleaning product that's fantastic. It's ethical. It makes you feel great about it, but it does not get your house clean. This gets your house clean, pardon me, and it also smells amazing. Sorry. And it's completely non-toxic. So it's called On Guard, and it's a concentrate. So you get this bottle and then you dilute it any way you want to. And it's a safe way to clean your living space. It leaves a really nice smell. It's plant-based. It's honestly, it works really well, but it's completely non-toxic. It's biodegradable. It's good for the whole family. If you have pets, you don't have to worry about it. And I highly recommend this. I recommend this to anyone, but especially people that are trying to eliminate toxic load or reduce their toxic load. First, start with your cleaning products because they're the easiest thing to change out. Changing out your makeup might be hard because you have to find something that agrees with you, but cleaning products, I mean, you can make the swap right now and start seeing and feeling the benefits of reduced toxic load immediately. I love this stuff. I can't say enough about it. I carry little samples to give to people because I just say to them, like, what do you clean your house with? And they say, oh, well, I use this or that. Some people say that's a weird question. And then I go and I'm like, you have to try it. It smells great. It works really well. Let me know what you think because I love it so much. So I highly recommend this product again, because it's about reducing your toxic load, and cleaning products, I'm telling you, are terrible. So order, save, and find relief. So you can become a member and save money on all of these oils and all of these products. So when you become a member, membership is about $50 Canadian a year. I've done the conversion because doTERRA is still priced in US dollars. So if you're watching from the States, it's cheaper than this. It's $35.50. But if you're watching in Canada, it ends up being about $50 a year. It's a one-time yearly fee. And by becoming a member, you're entitled to wholesale pricing. And if you are in Canada, this carries a lot of weight because our dollar is not that great right now. And so getting wholesale pricing really does influence the bottom line. And I'm all about the bottom line. You save 25% off the retail price. So savings. I love savings. Never met a deal I didn't love. And then you're also eligible for loyalty reward points, also known as LRP. So LRP is a loyalty reward program that rewards you for ongoing loyalty and when you make monthly purchases regularly. The program allows you to earn product credits that can be used toward purchases of doTERRA oils. And it's really great. Think about it. You buy and then you get free stuff. I love free stuff. I love being rewarded, but also what doTERRA is rewarding you for is being consistent in your efforts to live a really pure life. And I think it says a lot about a company that's like, we're going to give you free product because you're buying our product, because you're making an investment in your health, in the health of the environment. And I think that's just like a really, pardon my language, badass thing to do. So also you can receive a free product of the month when your loyalty reward order totals 125 point value. So each product has a PV or point value point. So if you order 50 point values in a month, then you are eligible for product credits. If you order 100, you're eligible for product credits and commission. 125 point values in a month, you get product credits, commission, and a free product of the month. The longer you participate, the greater rewards that you can earn. If you are interested in this program, I love talking about it because I love LRP. I think it's a great program. And so, yeah, I can discuss it with you. It would be my pleasure to discuss it with you. Also, your LRP, you're not locked in to any contract. It's not like you have to say, like, I'm going to do an LRP for a year and then you're locked in. You can cancel at any time. If, 1 month is a bit tighter than the next, you can just put your LRP off. But I will say that if you are collecting points for a product and you miss monthly LRP, you lose those product credits. So again, you want to stay consistent. So my gift to you is a free wellness consult, because I believe that if you are watching this on replay or if you are watching live, you have taken an interest in your health, and you have shown yourself, you've shown me, you've shown people around you that you're really committed to living a pure life and working with your body, not against it. And so I'm offering free wellness consultations, $250 value for anyone who signs up as a member, purchases the Zendocrine, the Lemon, and the Clary Sage essential oil, in addition to the On Guard cleaner. And then you get my time for free, and we'll really discuss your issues and create a customized blueprint to address your concerns holistically. So as opposed to this, which is all very general, when we have our wellness consult, we'll talk about the things that really are giving you grief, and we'll work on a plan that can help you start supporting your body and really get down a path to wellness that works for you in particular. So if you want to book this consultation, you can email me at biancaosborne@gmail.com, and we can set up a time. The consult's usually 30 to 45 minutes. I have the gift of gab, and sometimes it's 45 minutes, but it really is an in-depth conversation where you can tell me all about your goals, and then I can help you sort of figure out the path to get there. So I'd love for you to stay in touch with me on the Ultimate Vitality Facebook group. I share recipes, tips, videos, and content because I think that in order to rise to our healthiest and highest selves, we have to be supported. And so it's a place where you can drop a question and someone might answer it. I'll answer it. You can get tons of recipes and really interesting ways to use essential oils in your cooking, in your wellness plan, in your cleaning of your house plan. I mean, oils can be used in so many ways, and it is my goal to really educate you on how you can rise to your ultimate vitality, not just with essential oils, but with food, with lifestyle tips, with mindset tips. So you can join me in the group, facebook.com/group/ultimate vitality. It's a closed group, so you have to request to join, but I approve everyone. There's guidelines for the group, of course, but I haven't had to boot anyone yet, so it's all good. So if there are any questions, I would love to get into them now, but I don't think anyone has any questions. I feel like a lot of the questions that I got on the last webinar I got via email. Some people just prefer that. So yeah, it's 6:35. I don't want to keep you too long. It's a Monday night. We're in the dinner hour. So what I'll do is I'm going to pop this replay. It's going to be emailed to people who are on my email list. It's going to be in the Ultimate Vitality Facebook group. I'm going to share it on the Vitality Kitchen Facebook page. So it's going to be everywhere. So if you have a question, you can pop a question underneath one of these posts and I can get back to you. You can send me an email, biancaosborne@gmail.com. You can message me on Facebook. There's lots of ways to get in touch with me. So I hope that this was of value to you and that, yeah, you feel like you're ready to sort of take on hormonal health holistically and really work at supporting your system to health and working with your hormones and not against them, because hormones are actually a really amazing thing. They really, really are. When you think about all of the things that they do, hormones are really what make it so that we can multiply, and pregnancy and life and thriving. Everything relies on a hormonal system that is in balance. And so I truly believe that when we look at the problems that we have and then we talk about how we can support our system so that we can heal ourselves, then we really are rising to our healthiest and highest selves. So I'm Bianca, professional chef, certified holistic nutritionist, and essential oil educator and lover and share of all things vitality. I want to thank you again for watching. I really do appreciate it, and I hope you join me on my next webinar. Stay tuned for that. Have a great evening and a great day, or a great time whenever you're watching this. Have a great day. See ya. Bye.